Namaste, creators. Namo Himalaya. Welcome to Sparks of God. My name is Caroline, and this is part 3 of Your Word is Your Wand by Florence Scovel, Shinn. So where I left off last, I believe it's part 3, where I left off last is happiness and how to bring more happiness into your reality. So I will link the first and second parts in the description below. I will also be creating special playlists for each of these. So on the subject of marriage, of course, like attracts like. You know, a lot of people say, oh, opposites attract. Yeah, opposites attract, but they don't stay. Okay? It's kind of like two magnets. Like, if you put opposite charges, they'll repel, but they'll move in a way to where they stick. But when they stick together, they stick like weird. Like, they're not like usually they're supposed to stick like this. They'll stick like this or like this or something weird like that. Like attracts like. So if you attract who you are on the inside. So you have to really decide, what kind of person do I want to attract? And when you figure out what kind of person you want to attract, you need to make sure that you are the person that you want to attract. Because have you ever heard anyone say, or even yourself say, oh, I could never date a person like me. If I had to marry myself, I would divorce myself right away. Well, you have to think of it as, if you would divorce you, what do you think about this other person? Don't you think they would divorce you? So you should look at yourself and say, I'd marry myself in a second. I love me some me. Because then that's what the other person's going to think about you. And they're not going to want to divorce you. And they're going to want to be with you forever. They're going to be in love with you forever. So it has to do with communication and thought matching. So communication and thought matching, like I said, it's what you think about yourself, your other person will think about you. So you want to match thoughts with that person. You want them thinking about you the way you think about yourself. And if you think badly about yourself, you can't expect them to think good about you if you think badly about yourself, okay? You need to think good about yourself. One of the affirmations she says is, I reversed it. I was supposed to do happiness. This is marriage. So we'll do marriage first and then happiness. So she says, one of the affirmations she does is, I am grateful that the marriage manifested is now my reality. So that goes back to determining who is your special person and who you want to marry. And again, it's about thinking, what about you? If you were to look at yourself in the mirror and really write down the things you love about yourself and the things you hate about yourself, you have to think to yourself, well, will this other person love these things about me, or will they hate these things about me? I have quirks. I have weird stuff that I do. I sometimes make inappropriate jokes and laugh at inappropriate things. I tend to snort when I laugh. Quirks. And I like them about myself. I like my quirks. And so I would expect my twin flame to like those things about me. And not be repelled by that. I mean, I snort a little bit. I don't do like the full-on snort, but my daughter hates it. Every time I snort, she's like, stop snorting. But, you know, the marriage manifested. If you want to manifest marriage in your life, that's great. You know, after my second marriage, I was told myself, I am never getting married again. But, thanks to my twin flame, now if he ever wanted to get married, I would absolutely marry him. So I am grateful to manifest it is now my reality. Again, what kind of marriage do you want? What kind of partner do you want? Live that. Live as if. Live as if you have the marriage you want. Live as if you have the partner you want. And what do you want in your partner? You must be that. If you want him to be funny, be funny. If you don't know how to be funny, watch comedies, watch funny YouTubers. I mean, if you have a sense of humor, you know how to be funny. You just have to be able to tap into that. And once you get married, you have to think to yourself, we are one now for all eternity. Because especially if you put so much work and so much time into manifesting the man that or woman that you want to marry, okay, you really want to believe that, hey, we are now one for all eternity. Because if you're not, then what is the work for, right? What are you putting in so much time and effort for if you don't expect this to be the one marriage for the rest of your life? If I marry my SP, my twin flame, I expect to be with him for the rest of my life and be in love with him every single day until I die. So, that has to do with marriage. So I will go back to happiness, because I was supposed to start with happiness. Happiness can be controlled by the emotional nature. So if you say to yourself, you can't just say, I'm happy. Well, you don't look happy, okay? You look kind of like a grumpy goose. So you need to, what makes you happy? Does listening to music make you happy? Listening to music makes me happy. I have a good vibes playlist on YouTube Music I listen to. Okay? Funny videos make me laugh. It makes me happy. And you're happy because you feel light and you feel just like you're floating. And oh my God, I just got this download of just excitement and happiness. But you can control it. You can, if you're saying I'm not happy, why? Why are you not happy? And if it's an external source of happiness, then that is the wrong thing. That is not the type of happiness you want to seek. You want to seek happiness from in here. So many people I talk to say that, oh, I can't be happy unless I have a wife or a husband or a boyfriend. Again, it comes back to the whole mirror thing. If you're not happy just being single and being alone and doing your own thing, you are never going to be happy with another person. You're not. Because your unhappiness will project onto the other person. And when you say, I'm unhappy, they're going to say, well, she's unhappy. I don't want to be with an unhappy person. I want to be with a happy person who loves life. So with perfect faith comes a feeling of security and happiness. With perfect faith in your divine reality, perfect faith in the universe, in God, in whatever you believe in. Whatever you believe in, what aspects of what you believe give you the feelings of happiness and security. Again, a lot of people get that happiness and security reciting the Lord's Prayer. Footprints in the sand, okay? For those of you who don't know what footprints in the sand is, it's typically a picture, a frame, and there's two sets of footprints in the sand, and then it turns into one set of footprints. And the story goes that a man passes on and goes to heaven and speaks to Jesus, and Jesus shows him this image of his life. And a lot of his life, there were two sets of footprints, him and Jesus walking together. And every so often, he would see only one set of footprints. And of course, he cried to Jesus and said, Jesus, why did you abandon me in the times I needed you most? And Jesus said, I did not abandon you. Those are the times that I carried you. So you can look at it that way. You are never, ever alone. As long as the universe exists, you are never alone. Whether it's God, whether it's Allah, whether it's Muhammad, it doesn't matter. You are being carried. Okay? And you have to have perfect faith that you are being carried. And what you desire the most is rightfully yours. It belongs to you. And the universe says, you know what, you deserve it. But you must have perfect faith and belief that you deserve it. Negative emotions rob you of happiness. Of course. How can you be happy when you're sad, angry, resentful, in denial? All of those negative emotions, how can you be happy? You can't. And that's why you must do a purging of these negative emotions. However, it's all, when it comes to stuff like this, it's all belief. What do you believe? That's why I say you got to do what resonates with you. Because if you don't believe it, it's not going to happen. Like they say, like with curses and hexes, it's only there if you believe it. It'll only happen if you believe it. If you're like, oh my God, someone cursed me, and you believe it, well, then nothing good is going to happen for you because you believe you're cursed. But if you're like, no one can ever curse me, I am invincible, then no one's ever going to curse you. Resentment is a big one. It can make you physically sick. Yeah. Resentment. Yeah. I have resentment. I have resentment of my daughter's uncle. He is a piece of work. And, resentment is so negative. I've had resentments in my life. And it just brings more resentment, more resentfulness, and it's stress. And what does stress do? It can make you physically sick. So disease, dis-ease. You're not at ease on the inside. So it causes dis-ease. Okay? So think about that one. I am now filled with the happiness planned for me in the beginning. Again, it goes with understanding and knowing that all that is rightfully yours is coming to you. You just must believe and live as if. My endless good now comes to me in endless ways. Again, the bottomless pit. You don't ever try to figure out how it's coming to you, because the universe has ways. It might come to you completely in an unexpected way, and you're like, how the hell did that happen?
What the hell is even that?
Well, that's how the universe wanted to send it to you. And then instead of questioning it, looking a gift horse in the mouth, say, thank you, universe. I am so blessed and grateful that I have received what I have asked for. Happy surprises come to me every day. I'm still waiting on, my twin flame surprise today. It's 4:13, but I still have 6 hours till midnight, so day's not over yet. I still, I'm getting a lot of positive things. Maybe if not today, maybe tomorrow. I don't care. To me, timing isn't an issue. It's not an issue because him and I are meant to be together. And I keep working because I keep getting the visions and the angel numbers, and everything's telling me it's happening. It's going to happen soon. It's going to happen soon. So I trust the universe that it's going to happen soon. I am harmonious, happy, and detached from negativity. Again, it's about being light, being free, being a beacon that repels the light. Okay, being the beacon that repels the light. Being the beacon that repels the dark, I should say. No one can interfere with my happiness, and I am one with my heart's desire. That is great because that shows faith, that shows inner strength, that shows you have your feet planted and you are immovable. So that is part 3 of Your Word is Your Bond. I am going to do part 4 probably tomorrow. My back hurts. I want to chill out for a little bit. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will post part 4 tomorrow. And once again, go through your day, every single day, spreading love, happiness, joy, abundance, and gratitude. So I will see you next time.